Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Cartridge Fun. I told you I was going to be a little bit more consistent, so I have another pickups video for you guys. I have some NES games that are going to be heading to the shelf, as well as some Sega Genesis games. Now, typically I avoid the Genesis, not because I don't like it, but my eyes are always drawn to the NES. I'm always looking at expanding that collection more and more. And so I did some game hunting with Ryan, aka Vidja Gamer. Of course, go check out his channel down in the description below. But the beauty of game hunting with him is he hands me a ton of stuff and says, you should get this, you should get this, you should get this. And that's kind of nice, where I don't really have to think about it much. So I picked up some Genesis games that he handed to me. I got the Jungle Book, and for some reason I'm really drawn to the Jungle Book games. Even though I don't own any, this is my first one, but I've picked up the Super Nintendo one a couple of times, but just have never pulled the trigger on it. And for some reason I really want the Jungle Book on the NES. Still don't have that one. But for some reason I'm really drawn to the Jungle Book games, but don't own any. So definitely happy to add this one to the collection. I haven't played it yet, so I really don't know what it's like, but only paid maybe $4 or $5 for it, so I thought that was a pretty good deal. And then I also picked up Triple Score, 3 games in 1. So this is the 3-in-1 cart by Genesis, or Sega, sorry. And it's Super Hang-On, World Championship Soccer, and then Columns. And I actually have Columns by itself, but again, another game that I don't have for my collection. And then he also recommended Mick and Mac Global Gladiators. I know nothing about this game, so I thought we should probably jump into it and take a look at it. Let's do that. So Mick and Mac Global Gladiators was released in 1992 by Virgin Games. This is a platforming style game and is actually a successor to the NES game MC Kids. So this is another McDonald's themed game. So in single player mode you can control as Mick or Mac through 4 different worlds: Slime World, Mystical Forest, Toxic Town, and Arctic World. Each world has several sub-stages where the characters must collect a certain number of golden arches to advance, so just like MC Kids. And they're guided through the quest, of course, by Ronald McDonald himself, who appears at the beginning of the game and at the end of the game. Each character is armed with a Super Soaker type gun and is actually not that bad of a game. Definitely excited to have that one into my collection. And then of course, you guys may have caught this maybe a couple of months ago, but Ryan hooked me up with a mouse, but I didn't have any games to go with it. He said that I came across as a little ungrateful. I really am grateful that I got that mouse, but I also got Mario Paint. So now I have a reason to have this mouse. So let's just take a moment. I have this mouse, this Mario Paint. Thank you, Ryan, so much. Thank you for pushing me to get this and giving me that mouse. Maybe Ryan's right. I'm not showing enough appreciation to these games. I mean, I keep them in my pocket every day, all day. It's time to show some appreciation. I love these things so much. I also got a Famicom game, which is kind of interesting because I don't have a lot of Famicom games. They are very interesting to collect for because they're so colorful, so different. A lot of the times you don't know what game it is, which kind of makes it exciting. But this one is very clear. This is Choplifter, and the only reason I picked this game up was it's kind of nostalgic to me. I played Choplifter on the 2600, which it's not an amazing game, but one that as a kid just kind of drew me into video gaming and really loved it. So I was happy to grab it. I've already been playing it a little bit. again, it's probably my second Famicom game or third Famicom game, but something unique for my collection. So as I told you guys, I have some NES games that are going to be heading to my shelf. Nothing really too fancy. I think a lot of these came from that collector I mentioned in the last video that hooked me up with a ton of doubles. The first game that I got was, I think this is Major League Baseball. This is an LJN release. Not that great of a game, actually pretty forgettable. Not the best baseball game on the NES, but one I didn't have, and I thought I had that one multiple times. I've passed on it so many times, but I guess I didn't, and definitely happy to have it. Also, a Trade West release. This is Taboo, The Sixth Sense. This is one that I've never seen before. Not an expensive game, pretty common. Happy to have that one. This one is definitely more on the uncommon side of things. This is Danny Sullivan's Indie Heat. I've never seen this game, and this is a 4-player game by Trade West Sports. Haven't ever seen it. It's probably not that expensive. I got it for free, so that's pretty exciting. And then I got a dirty copy of Dr. Chaos. So those were a couple of the NES games that I picked up. Like I said, nothing too fancy, a lot of filler titles for the most part, but that collection is growing and actually growing fairly quickly. So as always, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for subscribing to this channel. Make sure that you leave a comment, like this video. Make sure you check me out on Instagram and Twitter. And that's all I had for you guys. See ya.